Hi, you're welcome to this special video training on how you can create a hot selling knowledge product within 3 hours. So let me show you how it works. Now, there are 3 parts to this title, hot selling. That is, we're talking about a product that sells easily and has a large market. That's the kind of product we want to create, something that sells easily and has a large market. Then knowledge product, that is a product that teaches someone how to achieve something, or a product that teaches something how they can solve a problem. For example, now a product on how to repair a Samsung phone. This is the kind of product that we want to create. Then in 3 hours, we want to create this product in 3 hours. Now, for you to create a product in 3 hours, it means that you have to be specific about the type of problem you want to solve, or about the type of goal that you want to achieve. So that means this kind of a product is not a full-blown course. It's not a book. It's something like a report or a straight video training. So for example, now instead of having a product on how to repair a Samsung phone, I will create a product on how to repair a Samsung phone that refuses to switch on. So this one is now tackling a particular problem. If I say how to repair a Samsung phone, there is no way I'm going to be able to cover that kind of content within 3 hours, because there will be different issues that has to be tackled. But if I say how to repair a Samsung phone that doesn't switch on, then it means I have a specific problem that I want to attend to. And because of the time frame, I can create a product on that topic within 3 hours. Now, there are 3 requirements for you to create a hot selling product within 3 hours. Like I said before, the first thing is that you want to focus on a product that solves a specific problem or shows someone how to achieve a specific desire. And the second thing is that you want to focus on a unique solution to solve the problem or get the desire. Now, the reason why I say the unique solution is that most of the time when people are trying to solve a problem or achieve a desire, they've probably tried different things that didn't work for them. So you want to be able to tell them that this solution is different, it's unique, it works. Then number 3, you want to focus on what the customer wants exactly. That's what you want to focus on. So for example, now, when we say how to lose weight, now of course, the issue is that people want to know how to lose weight, but then how do they want to lose the weight? How fast? Many people want to lose weight, but they don't want to do exercise. Many people don't want to lose weight, but they don't want dieting. Many people want to lose weight within 20 days, within 30 days. They want to lose it because maybe they're having a wedding. So you want to know exactly what the product is going to be about, what the market is expecting to get from you when they consume the product. So this type of product that we are trying to create, it focuses mainly on the benefits people are going to get and the time frame it's going to take them to get the product. For example, how to prepare ofada stew within 60 minutes. Now, the benefit right here is prepare ofada stew. Within 60 minutes is the time frame for getting that desire. And there's a formula for it. I call it how to get desired results in time frame. So desired result is what the person wants to get. That's why they are buying your product. Time frame is like the kind of time frame in which they would want to get that desire. So for example, I have how to get your first 2,000 Twitter followers in 30 days. Get your first 2,000 Twitter followers is the desired result. 30 days is the time frame. Then how to lose 5 kg of belly fat in 2 weeks. The step-by-step blueprint for relocating to Dubai using the new freelance UAE visa. Now for this one, you can now add something like within 30 days or within 2 weeks or whichever time frame is reasonable for that. Then how to create a hot selling info product in 3 hours, which is actually the title of this particular product. How to create a hot selling info product in 3 hours. Create a hot selling info product is the desired result. 3 hours is the time frame. Now, why do we have time frames here? It's because people would always prefer fast over slow. People want fast results. Always try and remember that people want fast results. But then when you are creating your product, make sure whichever time frame you are putting in there is something that is reasonable, or else if it's unbelievable, people won't buy that particular product. So the very first thing you want to do after you figure out the topic you want to create your knowledge product about is that you want to get ready. You want to get your mind and body to get the work done. And the first thing I recommend is that get a suitable environment with no distractions, because see, you have 3 hours to just work with. So that means you need to get yourself an environment where you won't have people distracting you. So get yourself a nice environment. And number 2, do a bit of research for added value. So what you want to quickly do is that you want to quickly go through some materials. Now, this kind of product is going to be something you are creating from your own experience, from your own knowledge. But then you also want to do a bit of research so that you can add more value to it. So if you have some books that you want to consult, or maybe you have some videos that you want to quickly go through and get some information that can be of help, this is when you want to do that. Then the third thing you want to do is you want to do a brain dump. Now what I call a brain dump is that just think of all the various things that you want to share that is going to help this person to get their achieved desire. Don't bother about listing them out in a particular order. Just take any useful information from your head and put them down. So you want to open a notepad or get your pen and paper and just do a brain dump. Just write out all of the things that will be of help for this particular information. And then once you've done all of that, you now want to set your timer for 3 hours and get this project started. What are you going to do within 3 hours? Well, the first thing you want to do is that you want to create an outline. So what do I call an outline? An outline is actually a step-by-step summary of what you intend to discuss inside your knowledge product. So what you will not do is that you will not take that brain dump that you have, and then what you will not do with it is that you will now see, okay, what should be step 1 here? What should be step number 2? What should be step number 3? So for example, now let's say you want to create a product on how to create a further sauce within 3 hours. So after you've had your brain dump, then you can now sit and answer, okay, what will be the first thing to do? Is it to grind pepper, or is it to grind this stuff? I don't know how to create a further sauce anyway, so I'm just fumbling around. But you just create a step by step. So you write down the steps. Step 1 is this, step 2 is this, step 3 is this. Now, when you are creating this kind of a product, you want it to be focused on a step-by-step approach. It's going to make your job easier that way. Then it's even going to help the person who is buying the product, because they will have an outline. So you just break it down into step-by-step. So you have step 1, do this. Step 2, this is what you do. Step 3, this is what you do. And on like that. Number 2, you want to expand the outline. So for example, now let's say in your first outline, let's say you have get the pepper ready. Okay, that's what you have in step number 1 in your outline. Get the pepper ready. But then how do you get the pepper ready? Under step number 1 now, the first thing might be for you to order for the pepper. Then number 2 might be put the pepper into a bowl and wash the pepper. Then number 3 might not be put on your blender and blend the pepper. So basically what I have done with this is that I have now expanded that step number 1 that just says prepare the pepper. So that's kind of like what you do. So, and some other things that you might also want to do with this is that you might also want to add some examples that can be of help, because sometimes when you are explaining something to people, they might need to actually see examples for them to get it. Sometimes they might need templates, sometimes they might need case studies, sometimes they might need to see pictures. So depending on the topic you are trying to discuss with them, this is where you put down examples, case studies, or images that would help the buyer of your product to understand what you're talking about. Now let's talk about the formats. There are 2 basic formats you can use to create this type of information product. The first one is that you can make it a PDF report. The second one is you can make it a video. Let's talk about a PDF report. Now, when you're creating a PDF report, there are 2 fast methods for you to create a PDF report. Number 1, you can record an audio and just transcribe it. You record an audio, you record everything, you just speak a mic, you speak into the mic, and once you're done with that, you transcribe it. Or number two, you can type directly into a word processor like OpenOffice, Microsoft Word, or Google Docs. So that is for the PDF report. I will still explain it later on. Then the second format is a video format. So this is when you make your product a video. Now the first creation method under the video is that you can just record a video using Camtasia, or you can use an app called Screencast-O-Matic. I'm talking about a video that looks like this one. Okay, I'm recording this one right now using Screencast-O-Matic, but then you can also use Camtasia for it. Then creation method number two is when you're just talking directly into a camera. And if you feel comfortable with speaking directly into a camera, then you can use this option. And you don't actually need to buy an expensive camera for this. You can easily use a phone camera for this stuff. So let's talk about how you can create a PDF via audio. Now there are two ways for you to create your PDF using audio. The first one is by using Audacity. Now this is for you if you are using a computer, maybe you have a laptop or a desktop. So what you use is that you use Audacity. Audacity is a software that helps you to record and edit audio. So you can download and install Audacity for free at audacityteam.org/download. The link is right there. Now once you've installed Audacity on your computer, just launch it and talk directly into a mic. And simply follow your outline and speak about it. Step 1, Step 1A, Step 1B, and stuff like that. All you are just doing here is that you're just speaking each part of the outline, and then you are speaking, and then you're talking about it based on what you've jotted down. Then once you are done, you simply save the recording as MP3, and then you give the recording to someone with a good command of English to help you transcribe it. You can do it to yourself or just give the job to somebody. This is actually something simple that maybe even a secondary school student can do this if the person has a good command of English language. Then once the person has finished transcribing it, you want to take the transcribed version, go through it, edit it, make it flow very well, format it, and then turn it into a PDF report. So I'm going to show you how you can turn a document into a PDF report later on. But for now, let's talk about how you can use Audacity. So I already have Audacity on my computer. So what I will just do right now is that I'm just going to open Audacity. Alright, so this is Audacity right here. So if I want to record something, Audacity is so easy to use. So easy to use. Now the buttons we have here, this is pause, this is play, this is stop, this is, I think, rewind, skip to, it says skip to start, skip to finish, then this is record. So if I want to record something right there, all I have to do is just click on this. If I click on this and then I begin to speak, Audacity is going to begin to record. You can see Audacity is recording right here. It's recording, and it keeps recording like that until you are done. And if you just want to pause, maybe you want to pause and do something, you can pause the recording. See, you can pause the recording, and once you're done with what you are doing, you can come back and unpause it and continue the recording just that way. Okay, and once you are done with everything, you can just click on stop. That's it. And if you have mistakes that you made during the recording and you want to edit it, it's simple. I'll just click on this button right here, selection tool. Let's say I want to cut out this part. I'll just select it, and then I'm going to use this to simply cut out that part. That's all you need to know. So, and then once you're done, you just click on File, then you click on Export. You can export as MP3, WAV, and all these ones, but just export as MP3. I'll just click on Export as MP3, and then I'll just put in the name of the file here and save it. And that's all. That's how easy it is for you to use Audacity. Okay, I'll just close this right now. Let's move on. The second thing you can do is that you can create a PDF via audio using a mobile app recorder. Now, I don't use mobile app recorders because whenever I'm doing something, I want the sound to be perfect, and I don't know, I've never used a mobile app recorder before. Now, most phones actually come with a recorder. You can use that recorder too, I think, or you can download and install a mobile recording app from Google Store or App Store. I'm going to give you some names in the later slide. Then the second thing you want to do is that you want to launch the app and simply talk directly into your phone. So if you are using a good phone, the audio, and then you have a nice environment, the audio should be very, very clear. And what you are doing here again is that you are just simply following your outline. So step 1, you speak about it. Step 1A, you talk about it. Step 1B, you talk about it, and on like that. Then once you are done, you save the recording to MP3, and then you send it to someone with a good command of English to help you transcribe it. And once the person is done, edit the transcribed version and convert it into a PDF. Now, before I move on, I want to quickly say this. It's not all topics that you can actually use audios for. Because, for example, now if I'm creating an information product that has to do with tutorial, for example, now in this tutorial, I've just shown you how to use Audacity. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that using audio. So some information products won't actually go very well with this creation method. So that is why you want to use videos for those kind of information products. Actually, you can use videos for any type of information products. Now, if you are using a mobile app recorder, these are examples of some mobile app recorder you can download from either Google Store or App Store. So you can download any of these, install them on your phone, and use them to create your knowledge product in audio format. Now let's talk about how you can create your PDF product directly. When I say directly, I'm talking about creating it using a Word document processor. So there are 3 types of Word document processors that I use. I use Google Docs, I use OpenOffice, and then I use Microsoft Word. Now, Google Docs is free, okay? Google Docs is free. All you have to do to use Google Docs is simply go to, I think, docs.google.com. So if you go to docs.google.com, you can simply use Google Docs. So you can come over here and click on blank. And as you can see, now I have a document that I can work with. So I can type my stuff in here. That's it. That's Google Docs. Also, you can use OpenOffice. Google Docs is free for you. Once you have a Gmail account, Google Docs is free. Just open a Gmail account and then you'll have access to using Google Docs. The second option is that you can use OpenOffice. OpenOffice is also a free software that you can download and install on your computer. So you can download OpenOffice at openoffice.org/download. The third option is Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is a paid software, so you can use that one too. But personally, these days I actually use Google Docs a lot. You can just use Google Docs and get your stuff done. So how exactly do you go about it? Now, once you've launched your word processor, all you have to do is begin to fill in your outline with the needed content. So when you say step 1A, for example, buy pepper, I can say, okay, this is where you buy pepper, this is how you price it, I can put that one there. Then step 2, wash the pepper, then I can explain that one too as well. Step 3, blend it, then I can explain that one too as well. So that's kind of like what you are doing here. You are simply filling your outline with the needed content. Then once you are done with the entire thing, you want to add some case studies, maybe to explain some parts of the information, or add examples, or add illustrations or images. And once you are done with the document, sit down and do a proper editing of the document. You want to edit the document. You want to look at the font size. You want to give it proper coloring and make sure it's okay. And once you're done with editing the document, the next thing for you to do will be to convert it to PDF. Now, when it comes to converting to PDF, if you are using Microsoft Word, just go to File and then go to Save as PDF on Microsoft Word. As a matter of fact, once you go to File and then you click on Save As, and the Save As dialog box comes up, all you have to do is just select PDF as the file type and save it, and there you have your PDF. Creating PDF reports these days is as simple as that. But if you are not using Microsoft Word and you are using Google Docs, all you have to do is go to under File and then go to Download as PDF. So let me just go over to Google Docs. Alright, so this is Google Docs right here. So if I want to save this as PDF, all I have to do is just click on File, then Download and PDF. So that's that. So that's how easy it is for you to create your PDF report. So let's now talk about how you create a video product. Now, the very first way of creating a video product is talking directly into a camera. Now, this might not be useful for all types of products, because for example, now if you want to show people stuff on a computer, well, that means you need to record two versions, so it might just be cumbersome for you to do. Now, when it comes to creating a video product, you can even use a screen. You can use, maybe you can have a whiteboard where you can write something on, or you can use one of these fancy boards where you can actually show people stuff from your computer. But then you would need a camera for a video like this. So if you are doing this, you want to get a suitable camera, or just use the camera of a good Android phone or an iPhone. Also, if you are creating a video product by talking directly into a camera, you want to use a lot of white light for the video to be brilliant. Okay, you want to use a lot of white light for the video to be brilliant. Then what you are doing here again is that you're just basically taking your points one after the other and talking about them. Step 1, you talk about it. Step 2, you talk about it. And in some cases, maybe you want to actually demonstrate something. For example, now let's say you want to demonstrate how to wash the pepper, then you can actually do that, and then the video can actually record you. So basically, talking directly into a camera is actually suitable for some topics than some topics. Okay, then once you are done with that, you need to edit the video and then convert it to MP4 format. That is the most used format for delivering videos online. So just that with this method, you will need, number 1, a camera, a good camera, or a good phone that has a nice camera. Then you will need white light. Then you will need somebody to help you edit the videos, or you will need to learn how you can edit the videos yourself. So that is what you will need if you want to use this method of creating videos. The second method of creating your knowledge product in a video format is by doing a presentation, just like the one I'm doing right here. So here what you are doing is that you just create your PowerPoint presentation based on your outline. You create your PowerPoint presentation based on your outline. Step 1, Step 1A, Step 1B, Step 1C. And once you're done with that, all you are doing is that you simply fire up Camtasia, or you fire up Screencast-O-Matic, and you record your video. So like I said before, I am using Screencast-O-Matic. This is what it looks like. You can see right here it says recorder is recording. So that's Screencast-O-Matic. I think it's really cheap if you want to use Screencast-O-Matic. So as you can see right here, it is Deluxe, Premier. Even this is 1.65 per month, and this one is $4 per month. So it's kind of like really cool and very simple to use. But if you want a robust software for creating your video presentations, then I would recommend Camtasia for you. So Camtasia is, I think it's about $400 or so, but it has more features than Screencast-O-Matic. Then once you've recorded your video using Camtasia or using Screencast-O-Matic, all you have to do is edit the video. Now Camtasia and Screencast-O-Matic can help you do a quick editing of your video. Now I won't be talking about how you can use Camtasia or how you can use Screencast-O-Matic in this video, because these are things that you can basically go on YouTube and watch videos on how you can use them. Now I like using Screencast-O-Matic because it's much simpler to use than Camtasia. So once you are done, you just simply edit your video and you save the video as MP4. And that's it. Now you now have your product ready. Maybe it's a PDF report or maybe it's a video. You now have it ready. And what you do at this point is just upload it online so that you can send the links to people who are buying it, and then they can download and have access to the video or the report that you just created. So if it's a video, you can simply upload the video to YouTube, you can upload it to Vimeo, you can upload it to Amazon, you can upload it to Google Drive. And for a PDF report too as well, you can upload it to your website or you can upload it to Google Drive too as well and send the link to your customers. So basically this is how you create a hot selling product in as little as 3 hours. As a matter of fact, I actually timed myself to spend as little as 3 hours to create this particular video that you are watching. And so far so good. I think I've spent about 2 hours because initially I had to do a brain dump of what I was going to talk about. Then I did an outline of everything, step 1, step 2, step 3. Then I created the PowerPoint slides for these. And the next thing I did was to plug in my microphone, then switched on Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm just speaking directly into my microphone, taking these steps one after the other and explaining them. So that is basically how you create a hot selling information product in as little as 3 hours. Now I believe this information has been of great help to you and I wish you success.